So, Havoc Squad. The best of the best. Can't say I'm thrilled about the demotion, but it's an honor to be here, sir.
I realize the circumstances weren't ideal, but I'm glad you're with us, Jorgan.
A spot in Havoc was the least they could do. 4 years at the academy, 7 years in the field, decorations, commendations. Would have been captain soon if command hadn't hung me out to dry.
We both know Tavis's defection wasn't your fault.
Tell that to the brass when they need a scapegoat. But hey, water under the bridge. Command put me in Havoc to help you find Tavis, and I intend to do just that. I've hunted Imperials from one side of the galaxy to the next. Used to command the Jedi's, finest sniper squad in the Republic.
I look forward to seeing what you can do, Jorgan.
You won't be disappointed. I reviewed your service record before that ZR-57 op. Been meaning to discuss it with you. Says you've been fighting the Empire since you were old enough to hold a blaster. Ran quite the underground resistance. So you can kill Imperials, but that guerrilla mentality won't cut it in the big time.
You saw how I handled things on Ord Mantell. I know what I'm doing.
Taking on that SEP army single-handedly showed guts, not leadership. When I signed on with the Deadeyes, my CO was Lieutenant Vorn. Certified war hero, as decorated as they come. When he gave an order, we trusted it, followed it to the letter. A squad needs that kind of commitment to operate effectively.
I expect you to give me that same level of dedication.
I always give 100%. That's not the issue. Havoc Squad is the Republic's most elite outfit. We tackle the missions no one else can handle. Traitor or no, Tavis is a tough act to follow. You think you're up to it?
I wouldn't be leading Havoc Squad if I didn't.
Good answer. You've got confidence and plenty of raw talent. Maybe you'll pull this off. You think Havoc will start shaping into an actual squad soon?
I'll recruit more soldiers as soon as I find some Havoc-worthy candidates.
Makes sense. Once this unit starts growing, people's expectations of us, of you, are only gonna get bigger. That CO post could get real heavy, real quick.
I was born to lead.
Enjoy it while you can. Commanding a squad is no cakewalk. Nothing worse than having to choose between the success of the mission and the lives of your men. That said, a leader can't be soft on his troops. Coddling your men will only get them killed.
You get a point. I'll keep it in mind.
I'm sure you'll do fine. You've gotten us this far. Inventory report, sir. Food and medical supplies all look good, but our munitions are getting low. Thought we'd have enough to last us a year. Already requisitioned command for more. Guess I shouldn't be too surprised. See more action in one day with Havoc than you see in a month with the Deadeyes.
There's a lot of demand for a unit of our caliber.
We mainly ran decapitation strikes. Neutralized enemy commanders before Republic offensive. Left the opposition leaderless, disorganized. Sometimes, we'd camp outside the enemy's base for weeks, waiting for a clear shot. Eventually, we'd hit our target, pull out, let the ground pounders mop up.
You must have chalked up quite a kill count.
Over 24 confirmed. Eventually, I was offered a promotion and a post on Ord Mantell. I took it. Smart move career-wise. More men, more responsibility. But I wasn't interested in fighting separatists.
Must have been an awkward transition.
One day I'm picking off Imperial brass, the next I'm pacifying mobs of angry seps. After my transfer, command of the Deadeyes fell to my XO, Torv. Smart kid, a little green, but the potential was there.
If he learned from you, I'm sure he's a fine officer.
Only so much a person could be taught about leadership. You've either got what it takes, or you don't. Come to think of it, I haven't been in contact with the Deadeyes for a while. I should find out where they're stationed. Catch up. Sir, you should know. General Vander contacted me. Said he'd talk it over with the brass and finagled a way to get me back on Ord Mantell. Offered me my old post, a promotion and command of their operations there. Pretty sweet deal overall.
I hope you turned him down. You're part of Havoc Squad now.
You think I'd head back to some backwater planet like Ord Mantell? Fact is, I've been hitting the Empire harder than ever since I joined Havoc Squad. I didn't enlist to win medals or promotions. I enlisted to protect the Republic, to prove my people have a place here.
Glad you're finally warming up to your assignment.
It's growing on me.
We already lost one home to the Mandalorians. I'm not about to let the Empire take another.
Bad news, sir. I just received a dispatch from command. It's my old sniper squad, the Deadeyes. They've been captured. Happened during a routine officer hunt. Somehow the imps got the drop on them and rounded up the entire unit. Careless.
How long have the Deadeyes been in Imperial custody?
Weeks. More than enough time to be marched in front of a firing squad. Look, something about this doesn't sit right with me. The Deadeyes' area of operation was on Nar Shaddaa. That's Hutt territory. Neutral ground. They shouldn't have had any business operating there.
I'm sure they had good reason.
The Republic would never risk a falling out with the Hutts just to bag a few Imperials. I need to know what happened to the Deadeyes, and if they're still alive. Missions on Nar Shaddaa are usually greenlit by the SIS. With your permission, I'd like to meet with them, see what they know.
Sounds as good a place to start as any. Make it happen.
I'll contact that agent we dealt with last time. The annoying one, Balkar. We'll rendezvous at the dive he hangs out in. With any luck, he'll have something for us.
You're early. Haven't even had time to order us up a round. Not that I need a drink to enjoy your company.
The Deadeyes. Balkar, what do you know?
Just because Jonas knows how to talk to a woman, it's no reason to get upset.
Sorry, sir. Just hoping to find the Deadeyes before the Imperials execute them.
Fine. I dug up what info I could, but frankly, there isn't much to report. Far as I can tell, the Deadeyes tried to off some Imperial big shot. Things went south, and they got themselves captured.
We both know the SIS has more intel than that.
There's more at stake here than you know. We're on the verge of an incident. The Imperials are out for blood, so the Republic is distancing itself from the operation. I shouldn't even be talking to you about all this. Those boys are on their own.
These are Republic soldiers, sir. Good men. All of them.
If the Republic won't do anything, then Havoc Squad will.
Look, I know this stinks, but my hands are tied on this one. I've got major players breathing down my neck. Otherwise, I'd tell you to investigate that prison the Imperials set up in Shadowtown.
Now we're getting somewhere.
You didn't hear this from me. Now, rumor has it, and I'm just talking here, that the Imperials built themselves a makeshift prison not too far from here. That's where they dump any local riffraff that get out of line. Could be they took the Deadeyes there.
It's a start. We'll look into it.
The less I know, the better. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an alibi to work on. Remember, this meeting never happened.
No sign of them here. Balkar must have sent us on a wild... Wait. I may have something. It's an outgoing holo message. Recent.
This is Captain Titch, confirming the details for outgoing prisoner transfer 993B. We've got 3 Gamorrean trespassers, a couple of spice peddlers, and our catch of the day, the legendary Deadeyes.
At least we know they're alive.
Or they were at the time of this transmission.
As per protocol, we've split the Deadeyes up and transferred them to off-world labor camps. I've encrypted the coordinates for their designated camps into this transmission. Those scum can spend their remaining years working off their debt.
Message ends there. Guess the imps don't make things quick for their POWs. Lucky us.
Doesn't mean we have time to waste.
Agreed. I'll download those coordinates ASAP. The encryption here is good. Too good. I can't crack it. Looks like we may need Balkar's services again.
Off the holo with a very angry Imperial diplomat. Apparently, some Republic troopers broke into the Imperial Detention Center.
Hey, I just went to Hari's for a drink. They got a new waitress there. Real looker.
Don't get cute with me, Balkar. You know something.
That breach was a Havoc Squad op. Balkar had nothing to do with it.
Nice of you to save me the trouble of hunting you down. Senior Agent Zane, SIS. That little stunt you pulled ruined any chance we had of negotiating the Deadeye's safe return.
Check your facts, Zane. The Imperials already shipped them off-world.
It's Senior Agent Zane, thank you. And storming an Imperial facility, guns blazing, it makes things worse. Your involvement ends now. Clear?
Our involvement ends when the Deadeyes are free.
Then you can tell your CO to expect a little love note from me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an Imperial ambassador to mollify. I trust you'll see yourselves off my planet.
What were you thinking coming back here? I told you I couldn't be connected to any of this.
We found some encrypted coordinates in the prison central computer. We think they'll tell us where the Deadeyes are.
We're gonna see if you could help us, but after that outburst...
Yeah, I'd rather keep my job, thanks. Look, a friend in signal intelligence owes me a favor. I'll put you in contact with him. He may be able to make something of those coordinates. It's the best I can do.
Thanks for your help on this one.
Sure thing.
I'll connect with Balker's contact once we get back to the ship. I'll report if I hear anything.
Got a problem, sir. Weapons malfunction. I had a couple of misfires during that prison run. I think the barrel might be out of whack. Not surprising given all the action we've seen. With your permission, I'd like to inspect the rest of the squad's ordnance, make sure everything's up to code.
Looking for an excuse to go through my personal effects, are we?
Maybe. There's something you don't want me to find?
I've got a few things in my wardrobe that aren't exactly regulation.
What you wear while you're off duty isn't any of my business, sir. Unless you make it my business. Well, those weapons aren't going to inspect themselves, sir. Sir, I'm not very good at this, but... thank you. For the exospot. My career took a big hit when Tavis defected. I wasn't sure I'd ever recover.
You've proven yourself plenty of times on the field, Jorgan. You earned that promotion.
Thank you, sir. I'll make sure Havoc stays the top squad in the Republic. You can count on it. Well, the search is officially underway. I transmitted those coordinates we picked up to Balkar's contact in Sigint. Won't be long before we find out where the Deadeyes are. Well, look at that. That you, Gav?
You know, you really ought to start encrypting your communications. Finding your frequency was child's play.
You're crossing the line, Zane. Stay out of our business.
I was about to say the same to you. I'll just leave you with a friendly suggestion. Walk away.
That smug. Why is he so interested in the Deadeyes? In any case, he knows about Balkar's contact at Sigint. He'll have to find someone else to decrypt those coordinates.
I'd like to see Zane outmaneuver General Garza.
Now you're talking. I'll bring the General up now.
This is General Garza. What can I do for you, Havoc?
We got a problem, General.
I don't like you going off mission, Major. Then again, I don't like SIS snoops meddling in military affairs either. Send me the coordinates. I'll get our people working on them right away. Just don't let this interfere with your mission.
We won't forget this, General.
I'll let you know if we learn anything. Garza out.
There. If Zane manages to one-up Garza, I'll eat my rifle. I never properly congratulated you on your promotion. You've come a long way since Ord Mantell. We should celebrate.
You could make me dinner.
You wouldn't enjoy that. I spent the last 10 years living off field rations. I got you a little something. Bought the stone off a trader a few years back. Had a Thielen jeweler fit it for me. Thought it'd look nice on you.
Maybe next time you can get me something more practical, like thermite.
Oh? And what makes you think there's going to be a next time? I should get back to my duties. Congratulations again, sir. Still no word on the Deadeye's location. I checked with Garza, but she hasn't had any luck decrypting those coordinates we sent her. This is taking too long. For all we know, the Imperials have relocated the Deadeyes. That intel could be obsolete.
We can still pick up a new trail if we follow those coordinates.
I suppose you're right. I'll keep monitoring the Hollow. Maybe something will turn up. Good news, sir. Garza's people decoded the first portion of those coordinates. The data points to an Imperial evacuation site on Tatooine. Looks like my former XO, Torv, is being held there.
Then let's load up and get him out of there.
Ready when you are, sir.